Happy Friday, everybody. Today we are going to talk about the strike towers that are currently out, plus I might touch on a little bit of extra information that MetaHub has discovered in a data mine of the game. But the first thing that we want to do is we want to talk about, oh, it's a scent strike. Super excited about this. So what we're going to do is we're going to just throw in whatever. I don't know why bugs like to fly just all over me, and I'm sure that was a meme-worthy reaction right there. So the first thing that we're going to do is, with this scent strike, it is a common class scent strike, so I think the best that we're going to be able to do is going to be a rare scent capsule. But rare is better than no scent capsule, so I'm going to use my damage over time. I do have to knock out 3 of them before they knock out 3 of me. And damage over time is going to knock out just over half of what she has left. Probably could have opened a little bit better, but I didn't. And this is not going to be I mean, it's going to be an easy win. But it's not going to be the absolute no-brainer. In fact, I'm probably going to lose my dinosaur here, especially with this Apatosaurus. Just going to throw down the damage over time so we get the residual effect. There are ducks just all over the place, and they're not even in a pattern. They're just kind of like randomly scattered, but it makes a pretty cool little design out there. I'm going to get one more attack in here. Probably going to go ahead and get it. Never mind. Damage over time almost takes out the rest of the Apatosaurus. I don't really, I didn't go with OP dinosaurs here. My team's not really OP anyway, so this will be an easy knockout here for sure. And then what I want to do is, there's an epic strike tower not far from here. And I'm glad I have immunity on my post-metrodon here. I'm gonna go and we're gonna do a little challenge. We're going to see how low of a class you can have dinosaurs and still be competitive in the epic strike tower using the counter. You know, and it's not necessarily a counter, but using the strength into the weakness of the other dinosaur. So let's see what I get in this incubator. We get some coins, darts. Nice. Rare scent. I will definitely take that. So now that we know what is on tap for today, we're going to head over to this strike tower. It is 5, 6, 7. Looks like 7th step strike tower. And it's immunity strike, so we're going to want to use fast dinosaurs. As you can see, I've made it over to the strike tower, and this is an epic strike tower. We may have another one coming up this week, and today is only Friday, and you have through the weekend, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we won't get one more different type strike tower that is an epic class over the weekend, but this may be all that you get. What I've gone ahead and done is I've used only dinosaurs basically from this week, with the exception of it is Delta, which is not actually available. And I guess if I wanted to make this true, I could go find Ornithormimus, because that is the dinosaur that is currently, one of the dinosaurs that is currently available. If you look, you have the Ornithormimus and the 2 other rare class from Owen's Raptors to use here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how far can I go with this strike tower. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use commons at first. So I've got leveled up pretty decent. Like probably most people have their Velociraptor at 20. A lot of people may not have their Tanicolagrius at 18, but having 15 on your Dinochirius and your Gallimimus is not unheard of. So here we go, 4 common class dinosaurs, and we're gonna take out an epic, a rare, and a common class. I think what I wanna do is I think I'm gonna start with Gallimimus because of and we're gonna go up against the Ornithormimus. So We're gonna go evasive stance. It's the only option that I have. And this is gonna be a big dodge fest. Oh, and we missed our dodge right off the bat. But he missed his dodge. She missed her dodge right off the bat as well. I think I'm just gonna go impact and run here. We were 0 for 2 on dodging. That's not a good start. Remember, I didn't look. I think I can lose twice. Dinosaurs. So not a good start by Gallimimus in any way, shape, or form. Has immunity, armor piercing rampage, and armor piercing strike. It's gonna do 2 times damage. So I can go ahead and do rampage right off the bat here. Gonna take a nice healthy chunk out of my opponent. I only have one option. A lot of times common dinosaurs will only have 2 attacks, but we did even the score at 1 knockout apiece. I have to knock out all 3 of these dinosaurs. This is at best 2 out of 3 here. Second Dontosaurus. I'm thinking I should just go with my more powerful attack. Wow. So that was all the way nice. And we're now down 2 to 1. I think I'm gonna go with Velociraptor here, and the reason being is I can use my slow move, my basic move right off the bat. That's going to knock out the Secodontosaurus, and then I can follow that with Pounce, which is gonna do 2 times damage. And that should be good enough. So it looks like, unless something crazy happens here, it looks like we're gonna go up 1 win to none. The common class dinosaurs did okay. Gallimimus was a total no-show. Evasive stance was 0 for 2, but that actually could be a nice blessing because chances are that if I'm going to do 50% dodges, if I'm already 0 for 2, that means over the course of hopefully this strike tower, that will even out and I'll get a couple critical dodges when I need them the most. Now, my opponent's level as we go into level 2 is significantly higher, 13, 14, and 15, but I'm gonna keep running the same commons. I'm gonna see how far the common dinosaurs can go when I exactly counter my opponent. Once again, I'm just gonna open with my Gallimimus. This Metrodon is going to do a lot of damage, but I am faster, so I'm going to get my evasive stance in. This is where I hope my dodging comes into play, the couple makeup dodges that I need to have. So there's one right there. It's great. Exactly what we needed. Probably could have gone with evasive stance again, but I did the swap and run. It's going to bring in Velociraptor, who's going to take quite a bit of damage right here. And that's not good. I need Velociraptor to be around as long as possible. So I'm going to go for the KO here, and then again, I'm going to go for my Pounce attack and hopefully go up 2 to none. I doubt that I can do enough damage. I think I'm going to do like 1900, and that's not going to be enough. So I'm going to lose my Velociraptor right here after this attack, but I'm going to do a significant amount of damage, leaving him with under 400 to go. So not, you know, it's good but not great. I'm actually going to bring Gallimimus back in here because I'm going to get to go first. That's going to allow me to do a couple of things. It's going to allow me to attack, get the KO, but then I also have my dodge set up. So then I have the option of, oh, we have to go fast. I have to go fast here because it was Gallimimus versus Gallimimus, and I did not want my opponent. See a couple dodges there. I'm gonna go impact and run, no specific reason, but in case I miss, which is there, then I come out with a fresh dinosaur. I can use Tentacalagrius, who's going to get hit here, and I don't think there's anywhere for my opponent to run to. Now I think my opponent, no. Just gonna go Nullifying Strike. I thought my opponent might be faster, but 130, and I think Tentacalagrius is 131 on the speed. So really no trouble there. We struggled more the first time around than the second time around, but I think that had a lot to do with Gallimimus not dodging the first time around. but going ahead and using the evasive dodge the next time around. Back now for our third battle, and if we get this one, we do get an incubator. Dinosaurs hasn't really done a whole lot. In fact, I don't even know if I brought it in, maybe in that first battle, but I'm going to go ahead and just start off with my Gallimimus. It hasn't always worked out the best for me. Ooh. I think I'm just gonna try to dodge again. Let's see if I can not go 0-2 on dodges. Again, 0-2 on dodges, and that puts me in an immediate hole. That's gonna be difficult to come out of because, man, that's not good. Because I'm gonna have to play a lot of catch up, and I don't know that these dinosaurs are strong enough to play catch up. I'm not even gonna be able to take him out in one attempt here, and he does have she has a 2 times damage coming back at me with the crit with just under 900. So I'm gonna even up the playing field at 1 apiece. The problem is my Velociraptor most likely is not going to knock out this Secondontosaurus. Although, as I say that, I can do 1900 damage, which should get the complete knockout, thankfully. So it's going to put me back in the driver's seat. So far, despite my doubts, everything has looked good so far. Now Velociraptor obviously is going to get knocked out here, and thankfully I did enough damage to really whittle the Ornithorhynchus down. I'm going to go with my Tanicolagrius. Again, Dinosaurs just isn't getting a chance to shine here. The impact and run, I don't think there's anywhere for it to run to, and it's going to be a pretty easy knockout. So we're halfway through, basically halfway through this strike tower, which is an epic class. That's as good as they get in this game. Now there are some different levels of strength on these strike towers, but epic so far is the highest class that we've seen. Don't be surprised if you see a legendary strike tower, maybe even a unique strike tower sometime in the near future. I can see maybe Halloween that would be a thing. I'm going to get some Ophiocodon. Remember, the dinosaurs that I'm going to get out of this, the DNA, are going to be dinosaurs that you're battling or that have immunity. So Ankylocodon, only 29. So we are just doing a little check here. I need 4 more to get to that epic class incubator. As I'm getting ready to start level 4 of step 4 of this strike tower, one thing that I notice is there's a legendary dinosaur now, the Triostronyx at level 16. Now what I want to do is I want to get my Tanicolagrius up against that dinosaur, and the reason being is because Tanicolagrius has a nullifying strike. Now what that's going to do is Triostronyx likes to have like self-buffing, so damage increasing, the ready to crush. And what I want to do is I want to nullify that, which is going to significantly reduce the amount of damage that it is able to deal out. For no other reason than just a change, I'm going to bring my Dinosaurs into the first battle, and right off the bat, this creates a bit of a problem for me because I wanted to get my Tanicolagrius in here, and so what I'm going to have to decide, if I get knocked out here, obviously there was a fish that just jumped out of the water, and I'm just hammering. So now, I'm not even going to go with my Tanicolagrius, but I'm not going to go with my Gallimimus either. Gallimimus so far has not been impressive. I think 4 or 5 attacks, and it's only dodged once, I believe. I know it's not dodged 4 times. That's the stakes are too high at this point in time to put that kind of risk on the line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out for just under 2,000 damage right here. If we could ever get a crit, we would knock them out, and that would have been huge to kind of swing a little bit of the momentum around. I feel pretty good here, actually. With that knockout, 2-1, I'm going to again do just under 2,000 damage. Dimetrodon is going to survive that, most likely. Actually, maybe not. Yeah, most likely going to knock out my Velociraptor right here. But then I'm going to bring in my Tanicolagrius, and that should be enough to make it my commons 4 wins to no losses. Although they're not resounding victories. Like, I'm not really in danger of having taken a loss in any of these, but it's been 3-2 for all of them. Maybe 3-1 on the second one, where my Gallimimus actually dodged. So that's 4 wins down, and I'm doing this all with commons. That's good to see, and I'm not really sure what Jungdosaurus is doing there, but that kind of looked inappropriate. All right, so now we're at level 5, and they've thrown in Indominus Rex at level 17, and so here's the thing. Like, now I'm really starting to get outclassed. Again, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to try to get my Tanicolagrius matched up against the Indominus Rex for the obvious reason of the nullification. As far as being balanced, my dinosaurs, my team here is fast but balanced. And what I mean by that is I have dinosaurs that do 2 times damage. I have dinosaurs that have nullification. Okay. I've got dinosaurs that'll do self-buffing speed-ups, like this minimal speed-up strike. And I think I'm just going to follow the same recipe as I have been following here. I could have actually gone with Tanicolagrius in this spot right here, just in case the AI wanted to go with the dodge or the evasive stance. It's not, it's cloak. Cloak is what is going on there. So 1930 again. This poor Secondontosaurus has just absolutely been owned by my Velociraptor, and every time that's kind of given me the green light and the advantage that takes me through the rest of the battles. Again, I feel pretty confident that I'm going to be able to succeed here. Obviously, being Tanicolagrius, waiting in the wings to remove that evasive stance is always really nice. But 5 wins, no losses, all with common dinosaurs. So this can be done. As long as your common dinosaurs are leveled decently well. I know my Tanicolagrius is pretty high. I don't necessarily think that my... Okay. I don't think that my Velociraptor is higher than the majority of people. More Secondontosaurus. Alright. Secondontosaurus is not having a good showing here, so I don't know that I'm eager to go ahead and level mine up, but who knows, maybe if the meta shifts, then that'll be the opportunity. I kind of like what I've got going here, so I'm gonna just start off with the Dinocheirus again the Triostronix, same thing as 2 steps ago. Would have liked to got my Tanicolagrius up against this dinosaur. And level 18 is no joke. And I'm not going to be able to knock her out right here. So again, my Dinocheirus is not going to survive. I'm going to be relying on Velociraptor, and this is kind of like rinse, wash, and repeat. Wash, rinse, and repeat with the pattern here. Weaken the first dinosaur, let my strong Velociraptor come in the middle slot here. That's going to be able to do a significant amount of damage, get me back to even, and then actually probably, most likely, get me the lead, unless I get critted here. No critical hit. So I'm going to go back in the lead, and again, just as the previous 2 levels, I feel pretty confident here. That's going to be the knockout. Tanicolagrius is a nice finisher. I could try switching up my order, but this is working, and if you've been playing for a while, or even, actually if you're newer to the game, like, these epic strike towers are not easy. Some of them are easier than others, and so far I'd say that this one is probably one of the easier ones. But, ouch. But they're not always this easy. So what I'm taking away from this is that having the advantage and playing to the advantage, you don't have to have nearly as strong of dinosaurs in order to compete. So we have one more level to go, GPS drifting, and this will be the last level. So this will be the hardest level that there is. Let's see what I'm going up against. A 21, an 18, and a 19. I mean, it's worked this far. I have serious doubts and concerns at this point, because if my Velociraptor at any point can't take out 2 dinosaurs, then that's going to cause problems. And I'm actually going to switch things up and bring out my Gallimimus, because I need this evasive stance to actually work a little bit. Thank you, because that would have not been good. Again, I'm going to go with evasive stance. I'm going to go with this as long as I can. I'm not going to do a considerable amount of damage, but I'm just whittling down this Indominus Rex. And if I survive, wow, 3 dodges in a row. Now, 702 is going to be 1,000. Well, I have to go one more time, because if my math was correct, I wasn't going to do enough damage. I wasn't going to do enough damage on that attack in order to knock out the Indominus Rex. I don't know why I didn't bring in my Tanicolagrius right here. That would have been the better play, but the AI doesn't seem to want to dodge or to cloak. Now here's where things are going to get a little tricky, because before, I've always knocked out the second Noctosaurus on 1 attack. This time, it's going to take 2 attacks. See how much damage I sustain here. Quite a bit. But I'm definitely going to go up 2 to 1. And I'm going to have my pounce. So, unless they bring out Gallimimus, Ornithormimus, and evasive stances, is a done deal. If the evasive stance works here, boom. All commons. Not too shabby. I honestly, going into this, I thought I had a chance to get probably a little more than halfway, but I definitely did not think that I was going to be able to take out everything with only common dinosaurs. And that should be pretty encouraging for you watching at home, because the dinosaurs that I was using and the levels that I was using them at are not levels that you can't have, or you probably aren't at least close to. So here we go. We're gonna get a rare and hopefully 2 epics. Dimetrodon, okay. And Chilocodon, okay. And then more second Odontosaurus and Postmetrodon. Very good. Not bad at all. I've seen a lot worse, and I've had better. So there you go. The takeaway from all this is that if you use the proper counters, and this is going to go for in the battle arena, and something that I personally even could learn to work on, is knowing your matchups and knowing your counters can take you pretty far. I was knocking out level 2 or 3 levels higher than me, simply because, and higher classes than my dinosaurs, simply because I was using my strength, which was their weakness. That's all I've got for today, so I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and until next time.